Welcome. Please sit with least effort. So you may fold your legs in a way that works. You may support yourself, maybe elevate your pelvis on a cushion, pillow, blanket. Knees could be supported. Alternatives abound, and it is your freedom to take care of your body because only you know that experience. You want to have a moment just for earth settling, for touching the ground, feeling that stability. And awareness so that your spine feels centered, maybe a tiny bit of length, but not a big effort. Touching your breath with your awareness. And I thought today that I would read this. It's called 12 Breath Meditation. We use our hands, and you touch with your thumb. You go up your finger, your index finger, so there's 3 segments, across the tips, down the pinky, back in, up and over. So we create a spiral. You don't have to get it right. You don't even have to do it. You could just count 12 times, but there's something to it. So I will guide us. Relax. Breathe through your nose. Touch that bottom segment of your first finger. Move up to the second one. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're practicing this, you may rest your hand down where it feels really easy and comfortable. First finger, top segment. Top segment of your middle finger. Deep breath. Top of ring finger, deep breath. Pinky. Moving down the pinky to the middle. Notice how each place on your hand feels a little different, has its own sensation. Bottom segment pinky. Bottom segment ring. Bottom segment middle. Middle segment middle. Middle segment ring. Pause in stillness for a moment. Receive that practice. Meditation is something we can access. Inhale, bring your hands together, float your hands, press elbows up, activate, feel that activate all the way to your rib cage, your back, your belly as you sit tall. Think for a moment about why you're here. Perhaps intend something, or the things we always intend. Compassion, mindfulness. The vibration keeps going, connecting with the vibration of your breathing. Please lean back and take your leg that's closest into extension. Leave your fingers thumbs wide, catching the back of your leg, sit tall. Bend your elbows as needed. Use your arm muscles and pumping the ankles. Just go back and forth a few times. A little boat pose preparation here with a tall spine. But we have the support, we're holding that leg. And relax. Bring in your knee. Hip to the side, other side. Weave fingers, sit tall. Ankle pumps a few times both ways. Feel though it's all connected. Your knee could be bending, that's fine. Curious at the miracle of your body, curious with. And release. Pull your bowstring taut, both hands and fists pulling apart. Look back, twist. So go mindfully, bring your belly around, then your heart, then your face, eyes to the side, and then pull your hands away from each other. Activate your arms by squeezing your hands just right. Ground into the earth with your legs, and you can go to your own degree. You can be in your own place with this work, just like everything. Breathe out once more. And then release your hands, let everything soften. Return to center. Pause, tuck your chin. Shoulders down. Other side. Stretch the arms away, fists. Not hurting yourself, not squeezing your nails into your hand, but just enough you can squeeze. Look back, twist. Eyes to the side, breathe 5 times. Pull your hands away from each other. Shoulder blades will come together. You could aim at something you want to leave behind you in some way. Just recognize that you are looking out for yourself, moving forward into the now. One more breath in and out. And then release back to center. Coming around to your tabletop position, please. Socks off if you started with them on. And let's pull back to puppy pose first, just to stretch out the feet by tucking toes carefully. Bring your hips back. Stop when you need to stop. Elbows up, head down. Heart softens towards the earth. Grounding your third eye center. The command center. Breathe out one more time. There's a pulling action to come up to tabletop. Pull your arms closer and release your feet. Pick up and reset each hand. Have them further out if needed. Fists, there are lots of choices there as well. And by taking strength up into our belly center, we take work out of the hands and arms. Breathe in, heart forward. Tuck your toes, breathe out, round into cat. Release your feet, cat spine, inhale. Tuck your toes, cat spine, exhale, round. Drop your head. One more time each way. Slow transition to extension, lifting your head out of your shoulders. Tuck toes, round, curl in. Breathe out. Neutral and release your feet. Striking cobra pose helps teach us how to come into upward dog from the downward dog shape. So I'm going to create a little more space between my hands and knees. And then pull back into that puppy shape. Breathe out. Breathe in, spiral out hands, wide shoulders, ease forward. Lift out of your shoulders, stretch your belly carefully. Just leave your knees down and pull back. Twice more, explore, stretching your front body. Press your arms strong and straight. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, especially if you feel you need to have more length in your low back. Pull back one more time. Breathe out. Breathe in. Extension, gaze down at your nose. And release. Let's straight back to child's pose. Rest the arms. Head down. Back body breathing. Knees wide or close. Hips high or low. It's all fine. Focus on your breathing. Let your shoulders hang. One more deep breath. Feel where it goes. Transition to standing by coming to downward facing dog. First one. The hand position leads to the shoulder position. Lift up your knees and press your arms straight, head down. Maybe you need to bend your knees. Maybe you'd like to walk it out a little bit. So either way, stillness or alternating knee bend. Use the pressing action in your hands to help you lengthen your arms and your spine. Increasing blood flow to the brain. Upward lift at the low belly area. Move one more deep wave of breath through your body. So you will feel that breath make space for your inhale. Come forward slightly. Exhale, empty, and go back towards your legs. Transition to forward on your mat. You can fold in, breathe out. First one, come to stand, use your legs, press loving awareness in your feet, rise, reach. Breathe in, breathe out, release down your arms, and pause for a moment, aligning. So if it feels a little tight, to bring your shoulders back slightly. Often we're tight in our chest muscles, and maybe even just tack it in front of your shoulders, give a little circular friction there to notice. If you are tight there, yoga is good for that. So you might feel like you're bringing your shoulders back a little bit when they're really just neutral. Arrive. Side bending up and over towards the right side. Hips go over to the left a bit. Deep breathing. So you'll want a little toning in your low belly in this pose. And go right to the side, not forward or back. One more exhale. Movement doesn't need to be big. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, bring down your arms and hands. Other side, shoulders down, arms up. Exhale, side bend, hips to the right, arms to the left. Steady your eyes downward. Find your breathing. And concentrate on this and this alone. Whole body participates here. Where do you have to pay the most attention? Let's take care of yourself in that way. If you're protecting your body in some place, do that. Inhale up. Exhale down the center line. Right, your right shoulder. Chin to chest, deep breath. Shoulders down. Left ear, left shoulder. And float your head to center. Gratitude for the sun. Each of these poses comes together. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, sky reach. Straight up, axial extension, not back bend, straight. Forward fold, breathe out slowly. This is a big process. You want to tip your pelvis forward, let your knees bend. Fold in, exhale. Inhale as if you were standing back up to the half lift pose. Breathe out to plank pose. 5 breaths, maybe your knees are down. Try to find softness where you can. So the hands press, the legs are firm. Tummy has a wide belt around it. You know it's impermanent. Just one more breath. Try to stay calm. Then bring down your knees, breathe out. Upward facing dog, just to your own degree. Stretch that front body, gaze down. Release. And go back to downward dog. Maybe the knees down version if you want. But I know y'all are strong. And you have choices. You can take care of what you need today. We're using our arms here to support our whole body. Have the hands open and spreading. It's really the heels of the hands that are bearing weight here. One more exhale, long spine. Inhale, step forward and halfway lift. It's a slow count of those breaths. Exhale, belly up, head down. Standing up, whole body. Slow, stretched out breath. Exhale down into your mountain pose, lining up your shoulders, your hips, and your heels, your head. You feel a nice flow of energy. Classical sun salutation. This one, cross thumbs wide, fingers up, and gently back. So pelvis comes forward a little bit. Back bend, gaze down. Breathe out. Inhale up. Slowly forward fold. Bring down your hands, step back to Asana, right leg back, knee down. Then we'll hang out for 5 breaths. Find your sacrum first, bring your knee forward. And then stack your left hand and then your right on your knees. Find your nice tall spine. A lot coming together, feet grounded, just the right amount of forwardness with the hips. And then adding an upward reach that is vigorous. Stick your hands together. You can cross and hold on your fingers if you like. Shoulders come up a little in this one. Downward gaze. Concentration, one more breath. Asana. And release it all back to center. Pull back your leg. Downward facing dog. Feel the calmness. Downward dog is a forward fold. It creates a calming response. Balancing that energetic response of back bending. Exhale again. Knees down. Release your feet. Knees, chest, and chin. We'll have to work with our own proportions for this work. We want to be able to hug in the elbows, so my hands have to go wider than my mat to be able to reach chest and chin. Awkward pose, belly strong. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. On your knees is fine. Exhale, downward dog. Asana, right leg forward this time. Bring down your knee. Rise up, hands to sacrum. Close your eyes, feel both your feet. Bring your front knee out towards your toes to any degree. So we're already establishing a downward gaze here as we bring our spine into back bend extension. Step right hand and left. Deep breath. Heart lifting. Vigorous upward reach for 3 more. Bring all those actions together. Maybe some tail tuck energy. Feel energized. Breathe in once more. And breathe out. Release. Step forward, fold forward. Follow your inhale, stand up, cross your thumbs. A little bit back, breathe out. Breathe in, strong belly returns you to center. Pause. Again, find your alignment. A little lift of your heart skin helps bring your shoulder blades down and together. Let's practice today the breath of joy. It is 3 inhales, and then exhale, bend your knees, release forward. So inhale, arms in front. Inhale, more arms to side. Inhale again, out to the top. Exhale, release and fold it. So inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Just try it on your own a couple of times. Maybe once more. The inhales like bursts, and then the exhale through the mouth. Catch your elbows and just hold in your forward fold. Feel the energized brain calming now. Just let your feet spread and release. Trust, openness. Exhale again. Hands to your pelvis, press your legs, and stand up. Turn right side on your mat, triangle pose. Feet, legs length apart. Turn your right leg to the back of your mat. Breathe in, reach your arms. Over and down, breathe out. Go slowly. Use that entire out breath to land into the shape, to reach across your heart. Maybe tuck your tailbone and let your eyes go sideways towards the sky. That side eye position I just learned from my acupuncturist is good for your liver and your eyes. Breathe out once more. Tummy in. Come on up so that low belly tone protects your back as you change sides, over and down as you are ready. Feel the sensations of coming out, coming in. Spread across your heart, eyes sideways, welcoming the healing benefits. Steady breathing. Listen to the breath. Feel the breath. Organize the breath. One more time, breathe out. Use inhale, wait for your breath to come up. Wide parallel feet. Interlace behind, breathe out. Chin towards your chest, deep breath. Lift your chin, forward fold. You can switch to elbow hold if you like. You may bend your knees. So tip forward. You want a nice hinge from the hips so you can hang out of your hips. If you bring your arms away from your body, be careful. Just know what you can tolerate with your shoulders. Heart opening, upside down. The roots of the big toes rounding, feet open. Ankle strengthening pose. One more breath. Try to relax your shoulders. And then inhale, press your feet, activate your legs, rise. And relax, release your arms. Swing your toes out towards the corners of your mat. And let's find a flow from one side to the other into side lunge. Press off, all the way up. Turn out your knee towards your toes and press up. 4 more times, side to side, press. Fully established. Each shape, go as low as it feels good, as low as you can. You may even add a reach out if you want to challenge yourself all the way back up. Press. Twice more. Strong hips. Also the flow of energy. One more time. And return to center. Feel the energy. And let's settle in star pose. Let your feet relax to comfortable turn out. Shoulders down, arms up. Soft fingers. Keep your front rib cage underneath you. Don't sway way back here, but we're just straight up. Earth and sky. Exhale down the center. Step your feet back together and to the front section. Right leg back, warrior A. I always call it A instead of 1. It's the same. This is the pelvis forward one, the tail tucking under one. Into your coat sleeves. And sweep your arms up, shoulders down. Lift your chin and gaze towards your thumbs. So your neck stays long. You can go back further with your head if it feels good. Turn around to the back of your mat with the same pose. With practice, you can keep your eyes up, but don't judge. If you need to bring your hands to your pelvis to get yourself into the second side, do that. And then come up with your arms again, tail tuck, breathe 5 times. Lift the back ribs as much as the front. While you keep your shoulders down. One more time. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, warrior B. Turn out your back toes. Widen your lunge, shoulders down. Look off your front fingers. Again, the low ribs, the front ribs underneath you. Not splitting forward. As you come into the third breath, really start to feel settled. Five, let's add a lean and reach version. 5 more breaths, shoulder down off the ear. Use your breath to create space in your body. One more time. Inhale up and out, warrior B. Take a little more time if you need it. If you have lots of practice with this pose, feel your way in. Steady your eyes. Breathe deeply. Gathering the fingers gently together helps contain our energy in the pose. Exhale into lean and reach pose. Move both arms into position at once. Shoulder down. If you need some tail tuck energy here, add it in. So the low back is so important. So is everything, but hoping you're learning to make space for it. Deep breath once more. Inhale up and out. Just breathe freely as you step out of that wide stance and possibly to a supportive place for Asana, the tree pose. A moment to prepare. Centering, steadying, gathering up your earth energy through your feet. As you're ready, shift your weight into your right leg. There's a sense of lifting out of that hip so you don't collapse over into the hip. We want to stay nice and lifted, trying to deal with this off balance pose. So turn out and bring your foot to your leg at the floor level, knee level, or up your thigh into that notch at the top if you would like. Guide your knee out towards 90 degrees. Hands where they feel supported, 5 breaths. So if you come out, just come back in. Centering hands, branching, one branch, all fine. Be where you are. Pay attention here to your feet. pressing in the leg pressing back. Everything else on that other foot. Find the root of your big toe. And let's release on the next out breath. You want to float it out front. And come down, shift your weight. Lift out of your hip. Turn out the other leg and bring your foot to your branch position of choice. Concentrate. So there's not room for much else here. This is, the mind must stay present. Feel the space between your ears grow spacious as the running commentary fades. Here you are, just breath and being surrounded by light. Light attitude, so that if you come in, you just keep trying. Determination. Fourth breath. Try to just feel free to express yourself here. Notice your feet. Exhale, come down, maybe add that reach out if it feels good. And pause a moment, feel your legs, feel your feet. Fresh blood flow. Time to come on down. Let us first come to Malasana, squat position, wide feet. Bend your knees, reach back your hips. So you could stop here. Pay attention, careful with your knees. Hands down, try to lower your hips. So my heels come up, and that's okay. If your heels come up. If they don't, you can leave them down. Just come into a squat position of your choice. And if you need to just sit on your bum, that's okay. Feel the connection, feet, ankles, knees, hips, spine. And carefully sit down from where you are. So if you're more upright, just take a moment to come down. Adding elevation under your seat is fine. Bring in your right leg and plant it on the earth. Sitting tall, activate your extended leg. Breathe out, revolving. Marichi Asana C, seated twist, one knee bent. Look back. If you want to take arm behind you, let your ribcage turn. One more deep breath. And release to center. Lean over towards your straight leg and fold that leg behind you and your knee out wide. Just take a moment to arrange that so it can be, the foot can be more under you or it can be a little more out to the side. That's okay. I'll just show you this preparation in case you need it. It's just to stack both knees. And we're going to do a twist. So from that one leg folded first, the other leg can be in Janushirasana or in a half lotus, only if it works for your body. Shift your weight forward towards your knees. Catch your opposite knee and rotate back. Bharavajasana's twist. And 5. Exhale, relax, release. Carefully release these actions. Come to center, boat pose. Hold the backs of your knees. Sit tall. If you don't need to hold on, reach them out. Feet together. Lift your heart. 2 more breaths. And again. Exhale, feet down, relax. And second side, starting with the Marichi Asana twist, that Extended right leg, sit tall, hold your left knee. Take your tall spine into rotation. We're looking away from our foot out there, but we can feel that foot. Gently draw the toes back towards you. Feel how it's all connected. Ribs, spine, hips. Exhale, release back to center. So for Varabhajasana's twist, either stack both your knees, heading the other direction, or taking the left knee wider on your mat, right leg on the floor or up into the half lotus, twisting away from that foot. Hold knee or slide your fingers underneath. Being where you are, inhale deeply, exhale deep. Carefully return to center and release. Coming to Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose, and an opportunity to lovingly caress the soles of our feet, the arches. So have a moment to find your center and your sitting bones, find your tall spine. Ask your inner legs to soften. And holding onto your feet. And you can stroke the sole of your feet from your heels forward between the ball of your foot and back down. You can just explore where you feel good. So we can reach our feet. We can give them some loving squeezing if they like that. They need it. Try a little squeeze and release. Notice tension. You play a little with your toes. Spreading toes. You weave your fingers in. I won't ask you to touch your face after this, but I'm sure you have lovely toes. This is a place to just be like, wow, all toes and feet are beautiful. Miracles. A few more breaths where you feel good. You just come to stillness. If you want to fold forward a little bit more for that last breath, focusing on that forward extension. And release. Return upright, plant your feet on the earth, and bring your hands back to heart lift pose, fingers forward. We just showed our feet towards each other. It's called inversion of the ankles. So eversion, the other way, is shining your feet away from each other, which is an interesting ask in my body anyway. So lift out your shoulders and see if you can bring your soles of your feet away from each other. Be curious. Do your best. Teach your body something new, possibly. And release your feet and ankles. Purvottanasana. Press your hands as if you were going to lift off the floor. This is spread body stretching pose. Stay hips down. You can spread your feet into an upside down bridge and lift up. Keep your head forward or stretch out your feet. Upside down plank pose. Reach through your toes. Squeeze your glutes. One more breath. Release your hips back down. And hinge forward. Maybe bending your knees. Forward fold, calming. Back of the body stretch. Opposite pose. Be where you are. Rock a little bit side to side, calming, calming. One more deep breath, make space, inhale. Exhale, Go back in, just find your finishing place for today. Release and lie back. Resist by reaching forward, rounding your spine. So brain energy, hands all reaching for your feet. And go back, strong belly. Relax for a moment. Just let your body stretch out, get some rounding in. I'm going to picture that cold red clay down there. You can go all the way to the core of the earth if you want to with your imagination. We are designed to work with gravity. Feel the strength of your breath. And exhale once more. Come into your bridge pose, please. Setu Bandhasana variation. Head centered. Feet a little wide and a little close. That's where the power is. So you can refine that as you lift up. Also refine your head position. So you stay centered, grounding your upper back into the earth. Lift your hips towards the sky. Arms can stay grounded or bring them up to face palms. Like you're holding a sphere of energy in your hands. Focus on what you feel energetically in your hands. One more deep breath. Slowly bring down your spine and rub your hands together. Relax your spine down and cup your eyes. Oh gosh, I asked you to touch your face. Sorry about that. It's fine. Another one that's good for your liver. Exhale. Just knowing that you can omit things as needed. Bring your right leg up into the air. Bring your left leg up to meet it. Walk on the sky. Start to cross your legs front and back. Turn your hands over to help you stay more stable. Maybe widen your legs out from each other and then guide them back together. Widen your legs and open your hands to catch your thighs. And try to just let your legs rest open. Even knees bending is fine. Support yourself. Let gravity stretch those inner legs. One more exhale, soft. Let your hands help you bring your legs together. Bend your knees. Keep your right knee and stretch your left leg out. Have a moment here. You need to circle your ankles. Draw circles with your big toe roots a few times both ways. Exhale, stillness. Let your left hand bring that knee across your body, hooking your toes on your straight leg, or bring your toes to the floor. You want to ground that foot somewhere. Turn your head away. And here we dance between shoulder down, knee down. Just let them both find a place where it feels like positive work in your body. Deeply breathe one more time. Stay for the exhale. Breathe freely, come back to center. 2 knees in, 1 knee in, second side. Big toe circles, big toe root circles, I should say, both ways. Exhale, stillness. Guide your knee across your body. Go slowly, mindfully. You are in control of the sensation here, of the depth that feels right for you now. Turn your head away. Breathe to release tension. Creating peace in our bodies. Peace in our breathing. And peace in our minds. Patiently. Finish the breath. And come back to center. And cover up, cushion up. So I didn't have us put our socks on if we're lying down, but get up if you need to. Stay down if you don't need to. Shavasana pose, resting. If you do wrap your legs up in a blanket, just make sure they're free enough so they can be wide. And the feet can fall out to the sides. Just add the blanket or cushioning somewhere if you have one. Take care to arrange your shoulder blades under your body, pressing elbows and skull. You can lift them off the floor and refine them underneath you so your shoulders feel down the back of your body. Ask your shoulders to unhunch themselves and relax. Open your arms, maybe tuck them under your blanket. If you need to settle your low back a little more, you can draw the flesh of your seat down towards your heels so your low back feels free and open. One way that we can release tension in our feet is by squeezing, by curling your toes in and giving a little squeeze. Try to just isolate it into your feet. Exhale, let go. One more time. Don't overdo it. Just try to curl in, squeeze your feet. Exhale, relax and release them. Try to release all effort, all holding. Soft, open feet. Softening the backs of your knees, the fronts of your hips. Breath moves freely now. You can rest listening to your breathing. Feel your heart beating. Again, ask your shoulders to unhunch themselves. For the centers of your palms to be soft. Center of your forehead to be soft. Breath nice and slow, free stretch way out. Letting that slowness of breath be calming. Allowing yourself to drop further and further into this stillness. This conscious resting. Resting in the peacefulness, a state that you have cultivated. Your mind wanders, just bring it back gently. We are of the nature. The gift, after the wind-bruised sea burrowed into itself back into folds of blue, I found in the black rack a shell called the Neptune, tawny and white, spherical, with a tail and a tower, and a dark door, and all of it no larger than my fist. It looked, you might say, very expensive. I thought of its travels in the Atlantic's wind-pounded bowl and wondered that it was still intact. And yes, there was that door that held only the eventual, inevitable emptiness. There's that. There's always that. Still, what a house to leave behind. I held it like the wisest of books and imagined its travels toward my hand. And no, your hand. Invite yourself to a very slow releasing. Plenty of time. Maybe you take a deeper breath and then you go back into your stillness. Swallow whatever your own process is. Rest on each exhale. Very gradually returning to sitting with least effort. And there you are. Let's breathe 12 times again to finish class. If you'd like to practice that spiral around your hand to count the 12 breaths, practice that again. Let your low back come into your body and gently rise. Moving across the fingertips, ring fingertip, fifth breath. pinky fingertip, 6th breath. It's more the pad. Down the pinky, 7th breath. 8th breath. Bottom of ring finger. Bottom of middle finger. Middle of middle finger. Middle of ring finger. Circling it back in. Resting your hands open in front of you. Practicing the shank mudra, shell, like a conch shell. So we're going to encircle one thumb. Let's encircle the left thumb with the right fingers. And then the other thumb comes around to meet the other middle finger. I'll do it one more time. So right fingers encircle left thumb. Right thumb, left middle finger touch, come to heart center. Just representing that all that we need is already inside of us. This represents opening the door to our inner temple. With much gratitude, you feel focused, but also some levity. Thank you so much for practicing today, or whenever you are practicing.